in February this year. Again, it has to do with interreligious dialogue. Arupe Jesuit University remains and is part of the Jesuit network, Jesuit University network. And we are all over, we are globally found. And this is also why we are found in the virtual exchange in religious Euro-African dialogue, VEREAD. It is because of this nature that has become a part and parcel of us. So I'm also glad to say that AJU has had in its short existence, it has had a variety of religious dialogues, as I already said. We also have a pool of students. So I'm saying from this pool of students, from our international networking, international connectivity, then we will also avail these students to our partnership. So that at the end of the day, then VEREAD will have a voice. We also have already received a number of intellectual and academic excellence awards just in our short existence from 2018 as a fully accredited university up to now. I think we've had 3 or 4 that were given locally and even internationally. Allow me to say therefore, we do also have online teaching, online registration, even the Google Classroom, we have that. We also have the Moodle, we also have the portal, even for recording, for sending of marks. All our things, we do them virtually, we do them with our IT. Allow me to say that you have already mentioned that we have Dr. Evaristes Ikweme, who is currently the acting Vice Chancellor of Arupe Jesuit University and the substantive Pro-Vice Chancellor Academic Affairs, who is online. He is the guru of ITC, and we know we will never be betrayed. He walks, he smells, he laughs, he walks ICT, and it has also become one of Arupe's way of doing things. So I'm saying to this effect, Arupe is ready to journey with VEREAD, especially in the area of ICT, interreligious dialogue, and the other exchanges. I thank you.
Very much. Arupe Jesuit University, thank you so very much. We had already Makerere University, and we would like
Thank you for this opportunity introducing myself. Introducing especially the Theological University of Apeldoorn in the Netherlands. Well, maybe I should introduce myself first. My name is on this slide anyway. My name is Jacob Karels, or Jacob, as we say in Dutch. and I'm from the Netherlands. I work as a policy advisor at Theological University of Apeldoorn. I also have actually I have a history in Bible translation. I've worked in Bible translation before I joined Theological University of Apeldoorn. I lived in Tanzania with my family for 9 years, moved back to the Netherlands a few years ago. Then I worked with a non-profit organization specialized in supporting universities and theological seminaries in the area of online education. So I worked as a online education consultant. Also worked with different universities and colleges here in Africa. Lately, Ethiopian Graduate School of Theology in Addis Ababa. So that's a little bit of my background. And then the Theological University of Apeldoorn was founded in 1894, and it started back then as a theological seminary. And well, it's called a theological university, and theology really is our core business. So we have a school of theology, and that's what we specialize in. We are a so-called worldview-based university, and we have a few of them in the Netherlands, worldview-based universities that do get state funding, but have a religious background. So we have the Protestant Theological University, we have the University of Humanistics, we have the Theological University of Utrecht, and we have the Theological University of Apeldoorn. That's us. Just a few features. We are what we call classical academic, theological terms, continental focus in theology. We are a theological university, but rooted in the Reformed tradition. So we are a Protestant university rooted in the Reformed tradition, but with a ecumenical spirituality. We have partnerships with all kinds of theological universities worldwide, not only Reformed, with all kinds of theological universities. Our focus areas are church history. We have a strong international reputation in church history, and also Christian education. And we are part of a strong international network with partnerships with universities in the United States, different European countries, but also Asian countries like Nepal. Up to present, not so many in Africa yet. So we are really happy to be here and be part of this meeting today. We are also part of the resilience network that was mentioned before. Theological University of Apeldoorn is a small university compared to other universities in the Netherlands. We have a Bachelor of Theology with around 100 students. We have a Master of Theology. It's a 3-year master, and it's basically a ministerial training. It's a small master, but then we also have another master called Live in Reformed Theology, which has around 25 students. And we have a PhD program with, here it says 66 students. I think at the moment it's around 75 students in our PhD program. And our PhD program really has a strong international orientation, with many students from the United States, from different European countries, from Asia, and also from Africa. So our PhD program is really has an international orientation. Just a little bit of what our research focuses are as a theological university. We have 3 research groups. First one is called BEST, which means which stands for biblical exegesis and systematic theology. So in that research department, we have Old Testament, New Testament, and systematic theology, all with their own professors. Then we have another research group that's church history and law, again with their own professors and research focuses. And then we have formational practices, which is a variety of formational practices as practical theology, missiology, Christian education, and theology and music. And again, all of them with their own professor. So those are our research groups, all with their own professors and research leaders. Our team members are Professor Selderhuis, and unfortunately, we joined the VEREAD only recently, and that's why it's me only. I only could make it here to this meeting, but we have as of now we have 3 team members, and we are planning to add at least 1 and possibly 2 more team members to the group. Professor Herman Selderhuis, he's a professor in church history and church law. We have Professor Bram de Munk. He's a professor in Christian education. And then there's me working as a policy officer, but also as an online education consultant. So the 3 of us are on the VEREAD team now, but as I said, we are hoping to add more team members in the future. Our contribution to VEREAD we will be a co-leader together with Makerere University. We will be a co-leader of Work Package 2, virtual training and technical setup. And well, this is an area that we as a university have a lot of experience in. As I mentioned, we have a professor of Christian education, and Professor de Munk and his team, they have a lot of experience in the area of the pedagogics of online education. And especially in the last few years, they've given a lot of thought to the topic of teaching well online. And well, what we always say, teaching online has a lot to offer, but only if you do it well, of course. If you have a good campus program, you don't want to turn a good campus program into a bad online program. And that's why it's so important to really invest in good pedagogics, to really focus on how to do it well, so that you have the, well, you don't want people who are well trained in a face-to-face in a campus program. You don't want them to get bad education because you start doing it online. So that's really something that you really need to think about. How do you do that transformation from physical face-to-face education to a well-designed online program? And that's what we have a lot of experience in. Well, as I already mentioned, I've given trainings about exactly this topic, different universities all over the world. And so I hope to be able to contribute to this as well. Yeah, and well, what are our expectations and what are our hopes? Well, just in general, we are really looking forward. As I said, it's as a university, it's our first experience in the African context. That's not for me personally, but I only joined the university recently. I personally have a lot of experience on the African continent, and I'm thankful for that. But as a university, it's a new experience, and we are really looking forward to working together with universities from different African countries represented here, and and from European countries as well, of course, and to learn from you, to learn from each other, and yeah, to foster the dialogue between these universities. I think there's a lot, and that's what I'm hearing this morning. There's a lot of knowledge. There's a lot of experience in this room, and we really hope to learn from that. But also, we think we have a lot to offer. We believe we have something to bring to this room as well. And yeah, we really hope that may be fruitful for the other partners in this room as well. That was my last slide already. So thank you.
And especially thank you personally for coming just for 1.5 days.
Yeah,
just
well,
to be present.
I'm really
appreciate. And I forgot to mention that University of Apeldoorn, we already have cooperation with them in resilience, so the project Chile, and Professor Selderhuis is also the director of the European Academy of Religion. So we are happy to cooperate with you, also collaborate in this program. And they are instead of, but not as a replacement, they took the place of the University of Lublin, who for personal, for administrative reasons, didn't wanted to withdraw from the project. And as when we asked them to please come and join the team, they were very, very helpful and very committed. So thank you again. So now we are eager to learn and hear from the University of Dar es Salaam. Please. Do we have yes. And online we have also online we have also members online from the
Yes.
Yes. And welcome also to the online University of Dar es Salaam members. Please. Thank you, Professor.
Thank you very much, Ilaria, and everybody. My name is Evaristi Magoti. I'm here with my colleague in the department, Mr. Valerio Sindune, and another member is online, Dr. Michael. So we are 3 members in the team. Only 2 of us who do at least, physically. The others are so where should I begin? I am very sorry I don't have it on this presentation very systematic, PowerPoint. So you excuse me, I'll be thinking here, talking at the same. So let me talk a little bit about the university. The University of Dar es Salaam is one of the oldest universities in Asia. It started in 1946. Now, to understand where we are, better to give you a brief history. Right after independence, we assumed the socialist policies called Ujamaa. Ujamaa did not believe that religion has any role to play in development. So it is not surprising that the Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies started very late. In fact, we are less than 10 years since it started. So what does that mean? It means the University of Philosophy, the Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies is very young. Again, what does that mean? It means being young, we do not have the personnel, the staff to fulfill all the functions that are required for it. Philosophy is well equipped now because we have trained our own students. But religious studies, is still struggling. We, as a policy, we want to train our own students so that they can become lecturers. So after the phase of Jama, then we kind of changed and became more liberal, new liberal. And that's when the people started questioning, why is it that we are not teaching philosophy? Why is it that we are not teaching religious studies? And the question was very serious because there was a general understanding that a university, a state university like that was not teaching religion, which is the prism through which all of us understand reality. So it was very embarrassing that we are teaching sociology, we are teaching, I don't know, chemistry, biology. But this aspect, which is very central to all of us, you know, we use it every day. We understand the reality through religion. This aspect was sufficient academic attention. So we started making a case for the establishment of religious studies, and I am glad to say I was part of that commission. Having studied theology, religious studies, in Louvain, and then with PhD in philosophy at the University of Birmingham, I was a little bit interested in establishing the religious department of philosophy. So we managed to convince the administration that religion is important. And the administration was accepted it. But then there was another problem. How do you start a study of religion in a secular university? Big question. And they almost, refused to start. So we started explaining slowly that the study of religious studies is not theology, and it's not indoctrination of religious doctrines. Religious studies is a scientific inquiry to the phenomenon of religion. But it took a long time for people to understand because this has never been done. They've never seen it anywhere. But we are very happy because Makerere had already a department of religion, department of religious studies. Kenyatta had already a department of philosophy and religious studies. So we use them as our benchmarks. But why are you afraid to study this? Makerere has had it for more than 60, 50 years. I hope they have had it for a very long time, and they are not fighting. Why are you afraid to study? So we won the case. And now I think generally there is an acceptance. It's really very important, and it can be taught. So how can it be taught? We are going to teach it as a science, not as an indoctrination of religious doctrines. We don't teach people how to prepare before receiving communion. No. But we cannot focus on sin. We study the question of sin, but from the as well. So, and I think this, the young members of the department will have to stress that so that it sinks. But there is another problem. And I think this is a problem everywhere in Africa. Religion in Tanzania has become an opium, to use this Marxist expression. It has become an opium. So it is not surprising that somebody can be told, you see, this thing is white. If you use it, it can give you white. And the people, our people, they are very little background in religion, and they accept it. So it's not surprising that people died in Arusha because one of the leaders promised them what? Holy water and the oil. So why did they die? Because everybody wanted that holy water. They were scrambling to get that holy water and that holy oil. I don't know what kind of oil it was. I don't know, it was maybe petrol oil or something. Whatever. So they died. And they stayed deep. So it is this kind of attitude, this kind of mentality, remaining in Tanzania, but I assume in other countries, which we think the Department of Religious Studies, the study of religious studies can help. So we really wanted to train a pool of young men and women who are rationally equipped and critically sensitive to handle discussion in religion, but also to determine whether they're being cheated, to determine the truth, and the truth in the performance about all these claims about religion. So at the moment in the department, we are in actually it's the whole university, we are reviewing our programs. And one of the central pillar of the review is this virtual exchange, teaching through, how do you call it? Online. People are very cynical about it, because how can you have online teaching when you don't have electricity? And it breaks down the time, you know, it's a kind of a job. But that's where we are going, and this is what the university is doing. So I think if this project takes off, it will be the first of its kind in the university to establish e-learning. And I hope other departments our problem will be expertise. Expertise meaning staff, but that will be a temporary problem, because in the long run, we should be able to train our own. People in Tanzania are still sensitive to religion, especially Christian Muslim. They are very sensitive. And I understand there are some embassies, for instance, Iranian embassy, they already wanted to collaborate with us in order to teach. Hello, quite interesting. We have to be careful, because we really have to know what we are coming to teach. Because this is singular. If we are coming to teach how to talking of relation or certain doctrine, then we will clash in this thing. But if we are coming to teach religion as a scientific, everything. So we have to be sensitive of those. It's a divided country, you know. Christians and those who are following up the discussion in Tanzania now about the harbor will be aware of the discussion. It has changed from being an investment issue to a religious issue. So usually people are very sensitive if one religion is undermined. So in running this program, we have to be sensitive to that, because we don't want only to involve Christians, we want to involve all Muslims and the Christians. And the other African religions. So it is my hope, it is our hope in the department that our participation in this project will help the department and help the department to have more students where they can learn easily. They don't have to attend the usual classes, you know, with teacher. They can learn online. And I think that will increase the number of students. Because religion is very popular. Students are interested in religion. They like to discuss about religion. They wanted to know what's God, and why are we suffering? Why is it that we are poor? You know, that's a kind of a discussion which they like to have. And the worry at one moment in the department was that if we start religious studies, then philosophy will die. And I tried to tell them, no, it doesn't have, because Nairobi has that, Kenyatta, Nairobi, yeah, and the philosophy has it died. So some of these worries are really unfound. So I thank you very much for our colleagues in Kampala. East African University, they have helped us a lot to build an argument for us.
Thank you, Professor Magotti. Professor Magotti was also helping us out with his expertise in African tradition of religion, teaching online classes for us. So we really appreciate that. Thank you. And now I have to ask for forgiveness from you, Professor Mokura, because I consider your university and yourself such a big part of our family that I forgot to put Kenyatta University in the map. But so just because we have always been from the beginning doing projects together, that I completely forgot you. So I apologize, and I would like to give you the word to introduce yourself. For the ones who by any chance do not know what Professor Philomena Mwaura does at Kenyatta University. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Elijah. You're welcome, Kenya, and Nairobi, the city in the sun. Yeah, Kenyatta University is one of the public universities in Kenya. I do university myself. I will talk a little about the university generally, and then Dr. Samita, my colleague, will introduce it and talk about the department, and how the department will the project. So I'm Philomena Mwaura, I'm an associate professor in the Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies at Kenyatta University. I've been teaching there for quite a long time, about language. So and I did various courses in physics, from philosophy and African history, and religious systems, and charismatic. From its independence up to 1985, no, up to 1974, and the university is quite huge. It offers courses in all disciplines: medicine, engineering, veterinary medicine, humanities and social sciences, applied science, human and applied sciences, and physical sciences, and all types of engineering courses, electrical, mechanical, mechatronics, and so on. We also have a skill of medicine and other related skills courses. It is quite a big university with a population of about 60,000 students. So we are the second largest university in the country. The university has a vision and mission. The vision is to become the preferred school of choice in the use of modern technologies in the delivery of quality education, training, and professional development. The mission is to enhance the quality of higher education through flexible modes of delivery and modern technology for individual and societal development We also have a number of objectives. I'll just mention a few. Promote learning opportunities to clients who are in full-time or part-time work, who have family or community commitments, or who are unable to take up full-time on-campus programs. Two, to provide a wide range of quality programs of certificate, diploma, and degrees, that is from bachelor's, PhD, that respond to needs of the market through blended and online formats. Yeah, we started online programs. We had started earlier, but the momentum, they gained momentum during the COVID period, and we have continued to offer blended modes of learning, even after the COVID. So this is one of the strengths of the university that will blend in the whole event is offering. Number three, to customize programs to meet specific needs of individual organizations or institutions locally and in the region. One other important aspect of the university is a center for international programs and other impacting international activities. And so we operate in a number of universities. We also have a very strong support for research in the university, and they have actually been very helpful. I'm not very computer savvy, but Dr. Samita is, and the other actually our other colleague is Dr. Eric Masika, who used to be the deputy director of the School of Digital School, and so he's familiar with the whole area of the learning and that area of the expertise in chemistry, practices, subject that and currently is also there. So we are going to relying on. And finally, to undertake continuing capacity development of staff to enable them to orient and adjust to new technologies and approaches in learning. So these are some of the objectives of the university and its desire to have a space in the area of learning. So the department has also been there for a long time. After independence, the Kenyatta University was actually, before independence, it was a military barrack. And the first president of Kenya, the institution, the Ministry of Education. So it was offering programs in teacher education. The oldest one, just to teach secondary school. And it also had but in 1974, that was phased out, and then the Constituent College of the University of Nairobi was established. And so that continued. So there's a lot that the project can benefit from the university. We also also plan and the lecturers that we participate in this project. We also plan these skills and also proud of those skills. As a leader, we will be using this.
Say all, and most of this can also be easily accessed from our website www.ku.ac You can get a lot of information about Kenyatta University from that website. Yes, Anita also had quite a long teaching career. Kenyatta University, Department of Philosophy and Media Studies. Senior lecturer in that department. The department comprises two components, philosophy and media studies. They are distinct, but they are what we call a marriage alliance, which is administrative rather than academic. I think as part of restructuring of the university, the two departments were brought together. Department hosted by the school, which was also merged last year to become the School of Law, Arts and Social Sciences. So they merged a number of schools. Just as part of the restructuring. Full of pressure that sometimes is external or internal. 1st July this year, we had our 53rd graduation. December, we have our 54th graduation. Each year, we're having 2 graduations every year because at some point the students used to be very many, so we want to really hold them. Department has a faculty 20. 19 of them are PhD holders. So we also have part-time lecturers. This faculty continues to contribute very significantly to global scholarship through research, publications, and consultancy. We have 2 major programs with an undergraduate program, leading to BA in philosophy and BA in media studies. The media studies have 3 disciplines: African religion, we have Christianity, and we have Islam. Those have courses that cut across, like says one religion is interfaith dialogue. Currently, I'm teaching one of the courses I'm teaching is interfaith dialogue in Costalism. My name is Professor. We also serve a very large cohort of students in the School of Education. Professor said, Kenyatta University began as a teaching institution. That has been one of its major strengths. So, from the very beginning, unlike the University of Dar es Salaam, the religion has always been there. Service the school, the current School of Education, to students who are training to be secondary school teachers who are teaching religion. So we have actually an experience preparing students for teaching of religion, CRA, IRA, which is Islamic Religious Education, Indian Religious Education, and African Religious Education. Perhaps what I would also add is that we offer these programs through 3 modes. We have the regular mode, so we have the regular students, then we have what we call the digital school, students who are not able to be on campus full-time. The regular mode are the students who are there full-time, on full-time basis. So we have students who take their studies through what we call the digital mode. They only come once or twice in a year, an academic year, tutorials. The rest of their training is through digital platform. Then we have another category, a very special category, we call it the continuing education program. These are students who are already in the field, teaching in primary and secondary school, but we like to be students during the holidays to take various programs, either undergraduate or postgraduate, but during the school holidays. So the university designed a platform for them, and they formed quite a good cohort. We also have a postgraduate program leading to MA in philosophy, MA in religious studies, specializing in African religion, in Christianity, or in Islam. And currently we have a student body of about 150 students in the MA. We have the PhD program in the same format. Right now we have 25 PhD students. I think just to add on what Professor said, what are our contributions and expectations? I've mentioned some. But I think I'll just emphasize that we already have the blended learning in all those 3 modes. Blended learning, right now, this semester already as students, out of the 3 hours weekly, 2 hours are physical, 1 hour is online. So I think this gives us some experience, but also it provides an opportunity for us to strengthen that blended learning for our teaching programs, for particularly our faculty. Then this program also comes at a time when we just reviewed some of our programs, particularly the MA and PhD. But PhD are yet to be approved by the Senate before they are consumed by. I think this bill could not have come at a better time than this, because imagine that one way through which it is going to really help to us is to see how we can develop modules, bring in our faculty to develop modules, and probably through this be able to upload them to use. Just to say that besides research, publications, and consultancy, our department has been very, very helpful. A point of reference by the government. Recently, there's an ongoing committee to inquire. Tanzania talked about the challenges of religious movements. I've had one, which is very catastrophic. A few months ago, government is actually trying to set up a committee to put in place structures and policies to ensure that there's no repeat of that. Recently, our department gave its recommendations to the government towards that. In the meantime, the government also relies on departments like ours to form policy. I think that's all I should say. I think I said more information about myself. Teach African religion and culture. Also teach studies, particularly apostolicism, movements, statements, humanism, that also helps to plan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You saw from the schedule, we are a little bit behind, but I think it's very important that we see that as a dialogue. So I give you now the word, Dr. Salani for the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Do we have colleagues online from your university?
No, but I will share some.
Of course. I just wanted to say hello to them. Virtual hello, but very welcome to you.
Thank you, colleagues. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Bolani Sabuma. I represent the School of Religion, Philosophy and Classics. And the School of Religion, Philosophy and Classics is part of the different schools that form part of the College of Humanities. So we're part of the College of Humanities. The University of KwaZulu-Natal. I personally am a systematic theologian. I specialize in systematic theology. I do systematic theology within the context of African theology. So I am an African theologian, specializing in systematic theology. I teach also in religion and conflict, which is an area that has really caught my attention lately. I am here with a colleague, but he will get an opportunity to introduce himself at a later stage. Within my team, there is Professor Lillian Siwila, who specializes in religion and gender. Professor Lillian Siwila is currently heading up a program, which is one of our programs at the university, the program on gender, religion, and health. I am also, within my team, there is also Professor Simangaliso Kumalo. Professor Simangaliso Kumalo is the dean and head of our school, but his involvement is through his capacity as a person who is really interested in religion and governance. And in our school, if you go to our website, you will see that there is a program on religion and governance. Okay, and then there is also Dr. Tahir Sitoto. Dr. Tahir Sitoto is specializes in Islamic studies. His main area of interest is religion within Islam in an African context. But those of you who are familiar with South Africa, you would know that Islam is very small in South Africa. It is compared to other religious traditions. And Dr. Sitoto represents that small minority. So he's working in that, trying to understand Islam in a context that is dominated by Christianity. Okay. Last but not least, I also have Professor Sibusiso Masondo. Professor Sibusiso Masondo is also part of my team. He specializes in African traditional religion. He's a specialist in African traditional religion, and he's done most of his work in that area. That is insofar as my team is concerned. I just want to quickly now focus on the main activities of our school. Most of the activities of our school are based within what I would call a contextual approach. A contextual approach to the study of religion and theology. So even though theology does not feature prominently in the name of our school. Remember, I said the school is the School of Religion, Philosophy, and Classics, but theology is also a very prominent component of that. So our approach, if I may repeat, is our activities are framed in a context of a study of religion and theology contextually. We focus on the contextual approach. And because of this, so most of our programs, both in religion and theology, features this contextual element to it. I've already spoken about gender, religion, and health. So here, it will be a study of religion and theology within a genderized context. What does that mean? So we have got programs that focuses precisely on that. If I may say something about that program is also connected to our internationalization project, which I will speak more about later, because it is funded by the Church of Sweden, but we also have relationships or partnerships with the Council for World Mission, which is also part of international. And then we have got a program on religion and social transformation. Within this program, takes the approach of a sociology of religion. So we look at religion within the role of religion in society, how religion contributes to a number of social phenomena. As I said earlier, I am involved in the study of religion and conflict, the interplay between how religion can be used to resolve conflict, as well as how religion can actually contribute to conflict. Those are some of the things. We also have a well-established program on religion and development, religion and human development. This is a program that has got a long history. Once again, those of you who may be familiar with School of Religion, Philosophy, and Classics in KwaZulu-Natal, Pietermaritzburg in particular, may be familiar with the name of Professor Steve DiGrucci, who was the son of Professor John DiGrucci. But once again, that might make more sense for people who are within the domain of theology than is that of okay. And what else? I would like now to move to the expectations. Maybe before I go to that, if you have just listened to what I've said, the emphasis, the strong emphasis on the context, it speaks very much to the history of South Africa and the ugly history that we have gone through. That has made context to be quite integral in what we do as in the academic space. Now, what are some of the expectations that my institution or what are some of the things that my institution is expecting from this program? To cover that area, I would like to mention something that has just taken place. As the university, we have just introduced a strategic plan for 10 years. And in the process of working through that strategic plan of the university, of the college, as well as the strategic plan of the school, a number of things were identified. And I will not mention all of the things that were identified, but I will mention ones that I think relates to this program in particular. And one of those things, the university has gotten to a point of realizing that we are dealing with a different type of a student. The students that we are inviting, we are attracting, are not your ordinary quote unquote normal students. These are students who have got different needs. And for that reason, the university has realized that there is an urgent need to generate innovative pedagogical strategies. There's got to be some innovation at the level of pedagogy, because to do that would improve student experience. I think in the process of doing some soul searching, the university has realized that the student experience is probably at its all-time low. So there is a need for the university to improve, and one of the ways that the university can improve student experience is through creatively integrating online pedagogies in our curriculum. And how will this be achieved? People are still bouncing heads on how this is possible, but I see this platform as one of those spaces where this program can contribute quite extensively in that area. And secondly, one of the areas that were identified by the university is the area of internationalization. But internationalization is important in terms of contributing to the student experience. So not only exchange of faculty, but also exchange of students, so that students can be exposed to the international community and can also benefit from teams of colleagues from all over the world. Now, once again, South Africa has got a very strange problem, and the strange problem is that as a university, South African universities have got a long history of partnerships with the global north. So I was telling my colleague here that when he was telling me that he's from the Netherlands, I told him that my first experience outside of South Africa was in the Netherlands. So it is very common for South Africans to be familiar with the global north than they would be familiar with the global south. We are completely unfamiliar. Most South Africans would have had an experience of going to Europe, and that would be someone who had never been to Zimbabwe or Kenya, or so we are doing very bad in terms of South relationships in South Africa, and this has the university, South African universities have realized this, that we are actually losing more by not having partners within the global south. And when I looked at the complement of the different institutions that are part of this, I got excited because I realized that our students, myself included, will be exposed to expertise from the south to know what is happening in the global south and to appreciate what is going on in the global south. And this is also significant in many ways as well, because we also have another ugly history in South Africa, the xenophobia. South Africa is not covering itself in glory in terms of how we are dealing with foreign nationals in our country. And part of that is because of the word explains it. It's not being familiar with people you do not know. And I think that these opportunities will expose our students to people from other parts of the continent, so that we deal with the problem of South African exceptionalism. It's runs very well on the tongue, but it's actually bad because South Africans do not see themselves as part of Africa. So South Africa. You go to Zimbabwe, you go to Africa, but you have South Africa. It's something that is very bad. So through this program, we see an opportunity for very meaningful exposure, not only at an academic level, but also at a human level. And last but not least, how do we see us contributing to this program? I think that the various peculiarities of South Africa is things that makes us who we are, things which led us to a point of being obsessed with context. So when we study religion, it's religion within a patriarchal context, religion within a genderized context, religion within a context of inequality. So context is very much important to a South African student and to a South African academic. And I think that this angle, I think that we can contribute through this angle to students who come from other parts of the world where the focus is on something is elsewhere, right? Also, I don't think when people talk about religious conflict and interreligious dialogue, in South Africa, where there is no history of inter-religious dialogue, people usually do not think in terms of intra-religious dialogue and intra-religious conflict. And we do have those issues of conflicts that take place within a religious tradition. And I think that experience can also enrich this program.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I don't know whether you want to ask something to what, maybe just present yourself.
Thank you very much. Yes, we are presenting this now. I realize that one of the young people, not only in age, but also in the academic levels. I'm a PhD student. I invested in the time. Maybe I present also just a quick word to cover the so that I can learn and to be exposed. So I'm just very excited to be here among the single academics and to learn. One of the reasons that I also accepted to come is to say, okay, to learn more, and also to say what can my institution contribute to this project. One of the University of Osmata is accredited for is in terms of research. It's one of the highly recognized institutions in terms of research in South Africa and all over the world. So I think that is one of the contributions that the university can make. But much more also, I personally as an individual, apart from academic work at the university, I'm also a Catholic priest and a formator. I help students and I also teach on these subjects, learning of judge, students preparing to become ministers, to become brothers, to become priests in the Catholic Church. So I teach it and just now I teach it in the medicine and all this. So these are all parts of the human. So I did what is studying.
Thank you very much. The time to be with us. And now, last but not least, Alessandro will present the other Italian institution of this project, which is the University of Modena and Reggio Emilia.
Hello everyone, thank you for having me here. I'm glad to be here. I'm Alessandro. I'm a fellow researcher at the University of Modena and Reggio Emilia, where I teach general and social pedagogy and pedagogy for the families and the early childhood. And I'm here on behalf of the Department of Education and Humanities of my university. And, the Department of Education and Humanities was established in 2004 and always had a close connection with the social services of the region, with schools, with the services provided online education and virtual exchanges, also in an intercultural and interreligious way. So, to be brief, what are the areas of research of the department? I will summarize. One is the education and training processes. So, in a broad sense, both in educational theory and in the history of education, also in the cultural fashion. Second one is educational evaluation and planning, so the design of educational processes. Then teachers training and experimentations on teacher training from early childhood to secondary educational courses. Another area is the cognitive disorders and support to students with difficulties or situations of marginality or the bias. In this department, there are on this topic different courses. One of them is a course that trains professional educators, and the professional educator in Italy is a figure that is not only present in all the countries. It doesn't work only in schools, but also outside the schools in an extracurricular way. And the marginality variance or drug addiction, the work on the streets, and the connection with the social workers are a very strong feature of this figure. So this course, the course, I myself had a background as a social educator, so I'm very fond of presenting this course here. One of the features of the department. Last but not least, we have this focus on multicultural school context, also in an interreligious or on interfaith way of thinking, and on the contribution of philosophy and the theoretical way of pedagogy, providing and fostering pedagogical discourse also in educational processes. So I think that the Department of Education and Humanities could provide some aspects to better understand the function of the pedagogical. I won't say any more words about that because I present something in the afternoon, but I think that the difference between the focus on the content of the lessons that we all will provide during the VEREAD project and the pedagogical dimensions of the teaching settings and courses is an important distinction. And this second one, the pedagogical dimension, It's important to foster the interreligious, intercultural exchanges and the connections between all the people who participate in the courses and the mutual communication and cooperation within this course. So I would delve into it this afternoon, but I think that this area is one particular area that we will engage our department in discussion. Just to present the people who are part of the Unimore team, maybe you want to
Yes.
Professor Damila Bella, Professor of Contemporary History, Professor Federico Volzi, who's Professor of History of Christianity, and like me, my colleague Lavinia Bianchi, teacher of German and Social Pedagogy. I won't say anything else. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Alessandro. Well, now we are a little bit behind schedule, but I think we already opened the border for the questions. Obviously, we can always answer if you have some more questions, but one of the decisions we wanted to make is the appointment of the steering committee. I already explained his advisory role of the steering committee. I said it should be a senior professor, someone who can really help you boost the activity of the department. So someone who is also very willing to cooperate in new international connection, networking, and obviously working with us. If you already have names to suggest, that would be great. Ideally, someone from your department who already knows your activity, but this is left up to you. As I said, for us would be Professor Meloni. And when you speak, I take the name. We go maybe from right to left, so just to change the flow. And Jacob, if you want to propose someone for the steering committee.
So at this point, no, I don't want to discuss that.
Okay.
Well, that's explain what's in the wrong.
I already did before.
Maria was live here.
Yeah.
This morning,
Yeah.
like out there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's more, counseling role also on which is the general direction, the trajectory of the project. It's a role of support. So it's not decision making. It's not responsible for the organization of the project, which you are as a project management group, together with the coordination, with the help of the coordination, it's us. And so it's more counseling, supporting, taking long-term strategic financial decisions, helping in conflict resolution, and helping networking, obviously. So if you do not have a name in mind, we can postpone the appointment, but I just want to tell you that it is important that the steering committee start working, will be formed in a very short time, because we need to inform the steering committee also about the progress report, our work. We need a body that is not us, for scientific counseling, but also for organizational and strategic counseling. So we need a counter body that help us, not get out of the line of our project. And we have a goal. Sometimes we have always to focus on the goal. Sometimes we forget. Yes.
Can that person be someone who is not within my team?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It can be someone who's not in the team. It's someone but who knows you and who will be committed also to the project. This is important, that they need to read the report. So they also have an active role. Otherwise, we would have never thought of a steering committee. Yeah. Definitely.
So will all partner institutions be represented in the steering committee?
Yes. 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 One person for institution. And ideally, as Dr. Xtalani said, is, or it doesn't have to be part of the team, because, you know, it should be kind of the outside perspective, to really correct and direct. Sometimes when you are so much involved in a project, you think all you do is wonderful. And you don't see your mistakes anymore.
Someone also with long experience
Yes.
in scientific status.
But also long experience in international cooperation programs. And so this is also very important. Internationally well connected. This is also very important. Maria, you want to add something?
Yes, just one meeting, if I remember.
Per year, one meeting per
One
year.
meeting per year.
So the steering committee members, they meet once per year. They will be periodically informed, but they just meet once per year. It's a kind of general review assessment of the project, what they do, and they give a feedback. Yes.
Can we consult?
Yes, of course, Professor Maura, you can, definitely. But as I said, as soon as possible, if you get back to me with a proposition, because since we already formed the other two bodies, which is the project management group and the coordination, we want the steering committee also to be in force as soon as possible, also to inform them about this meeting. Yes.
You said it has to be associate professor or
No.
professor?
No. Yeah, it needs to be ideally with a lot of experience. So this is why we said a senior. But yeah, but could be also associated or a doctor. Yes. Yes, please.
I would first the entrance. I was.
Yeah, that's very good.
Dr. Evaristus Ipene.
Yes, but Dr. Ekweme is part of the team also, of the project management team. Okay.
Yeah. Evaristus Ipene.
Thank you very much for Aruba Jesuit University.
I also have some.
Yeah.
Professor Herbert Moyle.
Can you spell it for me?
Herbert, as in H-E-R.
H-E-R. E-R-T.
Yeah.
Herbert.
Not Herbert. Moyle. M-O-Y-O.
Moyo. Yes, and if you can give us some, or maybe the link to his bio, or yeah, perfect. Yes, you will consult, okay? Onimore will also consult to see, okay. Makerere, you want to consult before you
Talk to other professors online.
Oh, okay.
You can maybe ask some people online.
Yes, obviously the question is open to all of the participants to this meeting, online and physically here. Professor Helena, do you have any proposition?
I'll stand with Professor Veni's proposition. A very good morning, colleagues.
Just a moment of patience, Professor Helena, we can't hear you.
I said I will stand with Professor Veni's proposition. For Makerere University, we shall hear from Professor Veni.
Can you repeat that, Professor? Because we just started hearing you.
Professor Helena, we couldn't hear you before. We ask you please to repeat again.
A very good morning, colleagues. I'm only saying that I will stand with what Professor Veni proposes, because I'm not sure whether she's already on the management team. If she's not, then she would be the person for us. But if she's already on the management team and you want someone for the steering committee, then Professor Veni should give us a name. Thank you.
We are proposing you, Dr. Helen.
Dr. Helen.
Okay, fine. That's okay. I didn't know she was doing that.
Thank you, Dr. Helen. University of Dar es Salaam, you want to consult?
Please,
Yes. And I think we are fine. As you see, there was on the list also the Catholic Institute of the Mediterranean. They are associated partners to this project, so they are not beneficiary partners. They are helping out in the especially multiplication and communication about the project. But his director, Patrice Shosholsky, was very busy and still recovering from the visit of the Pope to Marseille, as you all know. So very busy with the afterwards review. But we will send him the link of the meeting. So for now, I thank you very much. We close the session, the first two sessions of the morning. We will restart in the afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Yes. With the description of the first three work packages from 1 to 3, and followed by an hour discussion and question. I said 3. Yes. I wanted to say 2 is my unconscious. I wanted 3, but it's 2 actually. Yes. No. I apologize. 2:30, please. And as I said, followed by a long question of remarks, feedback to the different work packages. So it's very important, actually more important than the explanation of work packages. We can proceed now to lunch.
Lunch is should be ready. Okay, good. So thank you very much for this.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Fruitful engagement this morning.
Thank you.
Okay. So for our technicians.
Yes.
Don't come and
You saved that one. How was it?
Government things easy.
And thank you obviously to the people online. We meet you again at 2:30 p.m. Right. It's okay. They have this thing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ah, solo darmela subito. Sì. Lo censuro io. Ho un bel programmino. E aspetta. Questo?
Maria will explain that. And these are tomorrow. No, these are the one. Yes. So we need to provide. Yeah.
I missed the first step. Yeah.
Maybe afterwards we can explain that we share with the family or with the drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
I have the feeling going for the moment. Yeah.
yeah, we said one project manager and one assistant. And usually the project manager should be the main contact person, we said. So this is clear.
Okay,
But,
I'm gonna
but it-
prepare a file now, and
Yes.
we can.
Yeah, let's do that, yeah.
And when we come back, we just ratify the agreement.
Yeah, this is good, that's a very good idea.
Let me see, how they are proposing.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this thing was perfectly- yeah, okay, yeah, excellent. And it's doing this detail. What is it? You take the Dutch or you want to take Arabic? Okay, yeah, because this is also listed, maybe we can also share, if you cannot show it immediately.
Yeah,
And
maybe
then-
tomorrow, by the end of tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be great. At the end of the meeting,
So,
that we know exactly, yeah. Because they introduce names, you know, in the portal of the European Union, but obviously sometimes there is confusion. Okay,
Apart from the communication for the role.
the project assistant also help out, like, we are, like we are doing, you know? And the project manager, actually, we work together, it's just a name, we all share the same
It's
responsibility.
not stopped with
Okay.
young parents that we-
but also someone who is maybe can organize the technical organization things, right?
Not only, because I think it wouldn't be bad to put rather this project assistant just to have more churches to involve. The thing now, the involvement is very much, you know. But once he's in the project, and he's in the mail and on the budget, you know, either he or someone for him. That would be great, because then we look a little bit more Iris and church history, and then we are a strong team within that university. Do you want to talk to him quickly?
Because I love to talk, because,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
We will.
But the one of the steering committee.
Yes, it's Father Felix.
Overall,
Yeah,
just so to.
yeah, I think it's a very good idea. Yeah,
But I'll talk.
yeah, okay. Sono lo scritto del
Vamos a pasar.
Yes. Nascondo qui. Poi mi dice che mi va detto io di dirlo. No.
Apologies. And that's with the academic that there is change. Academic because Europe Africa can be the most profitable generalized curve of cultural and because they are confident of the it's not that's then we can understand that we have an tradition and technology of Iran, we can understand what we have in British society. So that's in searching out, research on the ground, VEREAD is by you creating past preparation of the research a program that is starting and the years that has became more robust evolution of research offering services and scholars from countries. I think that very active for us and is starting attention of this time. There's nothing the question of cooperation of Euro-African dialogue is those of us establish great a greater opportunity for cultivating our friendship, our dialogue, our discussion, and our understanding of the problems that are taking our attention in our day. I'm very grateful for standing with Ilaria Marconi and all the people that work in this program, and I'm very happy to congratulate them the success of them. So that all the so the success that we enjoy is a reason of joy. That will develop VEREAD is a challenge in the years ago by the university who received a grant beyond maybe 7 times. We wanted to start virtual classes with the Italian students and American students to test how the dialogue could be improved in this way. And now they are successfully establishing the relations. And what they discovered was very easy to predict. This will happen if there is an intention, great intention to use the virtual and the online dialogue in a way that could be get real friendship, real cooperation, real working. So I'm sure that very good review of VEREAD virtual side. VEREAD could be also for us a way of experiencing the to have more connection of us to increase our capacity of changes. Welcome all of us in our different countries and academic fields and research centers. And this is a great joy that we can also that we can experience here from now. So again, my best regard of you, my best reading, my best my presentation again for that area.
Allora lo prendiamo subito.
Però forse se facciamo dire, non lo facciamo subito, facciamo anche il feedback session alla fine, che dite, o lo vogliamo far fare
anche adesso, secondo me le prepariamo sono. Dopo pranzo ci sarà l'interazione, dopo pranzo.
Sì, dai, facciamo così.
Io ho mandato la presentazione.
L'ho
messa nella cartella presentazione.
Ci sta.
L'ho messa no, niente, ma
adesso l'incollo.
Le slide io le devo.
Sì, se riesco a incollarlo all'incollo, se no apro.
Sì, dai.
Secondo me sì, e ho preso un sacco di feedback anche con le cose loro si chiedono e cos'è che
ti volevo far vedere solo un attimo la presentazione. No, solo per vedere se fino a che punto andare a fondo con, cioè andare nel dettaglio, che altrimenti diventa sono Word,
Questo?
No, cos'è il consorzio di presentazioni? Allora, solo per farvi vedere la presentazione, vabbè, chi sono, cosa facciamo, dove siamo. Ovviamente le slide. Non andare troppo nel dettaglio perché sennò li stendo proprio. Allora, quindi questo va bene. Dove siamo? Dove siamo? Quindi questa è la fase.
Perfetto, brava.
Del diagramma. Dico che ci hanno finanziato tutto, complimenti, ci hanno dato il massimo. Questa è la suddivisione dei fondi,
Sì.
il 65% in Europa e in Africa, quindi parte numerica, il budget è questo diviso per partner. Adesso il budget è stato diviso, è semplice, queste sono le voci di corso, personale sul contratto, considerava l'accommodation e other, non c'è molto da fare. E stiamo lavorando sull'amendment, infatti la nuova composizione del consorzio è questa, e, perché il polacco, perché bla bla bla.
C'è poi tra parentesi, scusate, la mandata questa lettera?
Oggi mi ha scritto, mi ha detto che qualcuno rientra mercoledì.
Questi sono sempre in vacanza, ecco perché non funzionano. Cioè, sono sempre in vacanza. No?
Come F abbiamo lo stesso
Il rettore ritorna mercoledì.
E questo è quello che abbiamo fatto sul budget, quindi rispettare i canoni, eccetera, eccetera. Questi erano
sì,
Ok, quali sono i prossimi passi? Noi abbiamo dei periodic report, uno al 18, il mese 18, l'altro al mese 36. Quali sono? Sono il continuous e il periodic. Il continuous è il periodic bla bla bla, e il portale ci dà la possibilità e ci segue dando un manuale di verificare nel dettaglio quelle che sono le operazioni da compiere. Quindi arriva l'avviso, ci sono delle finestre che si aprono.
Quindi di prestare attenzione a tutta questa cosa?
Sì, ovviamente, ecco, quelli che sono gli aspetti, la parte da caricare, e però rimando a quello che è il link su come compilare il financial statement, perché io dirò, scusa, nella presentazione dirò che faremo un altro meeting solo con lo staff amministrativo per definire qual è lo strumento migliore per il monitoraggio.
Ecco, questo
però è una roba che secondo me non è il caso di fare adesso.
No, e fai bene perché questi sentono overwhelmed. Perfettamente.
Quindi intimidisco dicendo che la commissione ci sono delle valutazioni, c'è un monitoraggio, ci sono dei reporting che vanno incaricati perché c'è la commissione, poi farò vedere anche la commissione che invia l'avviso al beneficiario, cioè nel senso che noi non facciamo nulla. E poi c'era tutta questa parte che sulla categoria di costi dove inserire, che sinceramente rischio di ammazzarli, quali sono i costi, dove vanno inseriti, come vanno caricati, anche il continuous reporting.
No, allora tu dici che tutto questo, cioè proprio come praticamente caricare i costi, fare,
lì
tu lo
spieghi passo passo.
Ecco, questo lo devi dire 24 volte perché secondo me questo ti sconvolge. E che li seguirai e che ci sarà un meeting apposta per questo.
Ci sarà un meeting apposta per questo, ma farò vedere, magari vi condivido il link nella presentazione, l'ho messo, quindi basta aprirlo, che c'è un manuale, una guida che nel dettaglio dà tutte le informazioni.
Ecco. Okay.
Quindi, però non entrerei nel dettaglio del cosa da fare.
No. E io penso che il work package 1 lo do a voi ragazzi perché ho parlato già abbastanza, cioè il collaborative, il quality assessment report, questo faccio. Questo qua per gli indicatori non li faccio tutti, ma gli dico che c'è, che dobbiamo farlo.
Sì.
Perché il quality plan, il assurance plan e il report. Quindi io faccio questo e poi passo subito a te. Ok? Perché sennò questi mi stupano oggi.
E aspetta, cosa faccio per questo project management group?
Niente. Ah, per il project management group devi mettere project management.
Io faccio una slide con i 2 nomi.
Sì.
Cioè così
Sì,
l'elenco
quindi
vado-
dici questo è il
adesso
project manager
anche
e il
vado a
project
fare
assistant.
il
No,
dopo,
sì, nella pausa caffè.
nella cosa che fai vado
Sì, tu poi alla pausa caffè, perché sennò ora tanto questi vedi devono consalta su tutto, nonostante avessero avuto, è così. Vabbè,
quindi questo lo rimandiamo dopo.
No, io sono sicura che sul consortium agreement non ci sarà nessuna discussione perché non sono solo letti. Ora vediamo se non è il caso di dirgli, lo leggevo lo firmate. Basta.
Perché le firme vanno a questione originali, non riusciamo a spedire il documento.
Beh, ma se no speriamo tempi per leggerlo.
Sì, sì, anche nella pausa dopo.
No, non direi che stasera.
Anche stanotte, che fai? Dormi? Scusa.
Ma non è che sono 300 pagine.
Se avevo iniziato, è pericoloso.
È così.
Bellone. Non dentro di sandali. L'hai visto?
Prego, mi
Anche dei PowerPoint. La racconto io la storia.
Ha detto che faccio, devo mentire sugli imparazioni. Ho detto sì, vada contro le sue convinzioni personali. E lei lo sa che se ci avessi un lanciafiamme, lo so, ho detto, tutti
Allora che finanzi la presenta? Devi cacciare i soldi per la presenza.
No, mi provoca su questa cosa sulla
Sì, voleva subire, aveva mai venuto prima per simulare.
Yeah, that meeting was, I mean, streaming online, this is a meeting, so it's not a conference. That's what. Is my computer free?
Yeah, fine.
Which one are you using? Mine?
We're using
I will put stream offline. So we have agreed with Felix. But we shall tell the Iranians next time. This is my charger. Yes.
You well?
Yeah.
That's for us everything.
Yeah. So tumetoa online, yeah, streaming because this is a meeting, it's not a conference.
The other was mine.
Huh?
The one that is connected to the wall is mine. Then the one that is connected to the extension is yours.
So the meeting is not being streamed anymore.
No.
So now we end the meeting.
That's already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because people are saying that, and they're right. People are saying that it's a more private. It's more of a meeting than a meeting. Yeah. You know, we have a good followers on. Yeah, might now. Well, the one will say that's not.
Oh.
No.
Okay, yes.
The one viewing on
Oh, also we stop down on YouTube but continue on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because those on Zoom are part of the meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Now, I have Thursday. I have a video message.
Okay.
Yeah,
No problem.
so
We shall feed it on the laptop, then we shall see.
okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
It's already recorded.
It's already
recorded. Yeah. That's good. See, we did some graphics so that when people are out, even for the online, we did some graphics.
Yeah.
So that when people are out, even for online participants,
Yeah.
they don't wonder why it's so quiet.
Okay.
That's on stream. Yeah. The stream. So this is what people also online are seeing on their Zoom graphics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shall be back
shortly. Shall be back shortly.
Okay.
So they mean to start, kill the video, then we continue.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So good. So you say that the lens is better than it's the higher.
This is a more newer generation
than
the other one. So if you've noticed, it's doing a much better light balance than the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it appears slightly smaller in size.
Yeah.
But in terms of now its delivery for work,
it's
doing a quite good job.
But the other one can still also be repaired.
It can be repaired, and I had mentioned it to Debbie.
Yeah.
I can go to town with the door quotation to see how we can repair it, because the other one now is much better when taking photos.
Oh.
This one is good for video because video has light changes.
So in the budget for period, there is also something on the material. Yeah, what we may need, really a computer for the OBS.
Oh yes, OBS and Linux.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unajua wakati ni ignorance. Kuna wakati tumelipa 160,000.
No. Live stream.
Yeah, for the OBS and something which is free. It's free because we had Mombasa and we had Tangaza at the same time. Yeah. So because there's a property they want to bring people, we paid 80,000. Mombasa paid 1,000. When I went to ask, they say no, but this is free. It's a free software.
It's open broadcast. It's open.
Yeah.
call a father.
So that's why I started now saying, no, we are going to. And then to get this linear, there was somebody in Tangaza, yeah, he wouldn't really allow us to give us, the information about the material to buy.
Yes.
I said, oh, Father, I'm borrowing from outside and so on.
Father, some people are never genuine.
Akanitumia that's the webcam that we have in the office. The first one.
Yeah, this one.
Nikampatia Wangombe. Wangombe akasema is very good. So yeah, please take photos. This is part of it. These photos needs to be uploaded also on our social media. Yeah. Please. And then we may need also a group photo. Yeah.
We can do the group photo around 2:20 so that we start the session immediately at
or maybe in the evening
when we are done. Yeah.
At 4:30 when we go for the after the session.
Okay.
So you could all
That's quite crazy.
But here, let's have it.
So and then there's a break. So we will do
That's good.
Okay. So the restaurant, or they're going to do that.
Sorry?
For the restaurants.
Yeah, this is what we wanted to discuss.
So I have the number.
Okay.
Let me call.
Yeah, which one are we going to go?
Already booked.
Okay, that's good.
It's an Italian restaurant.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No,
you wouldn't believe I was just talking with my just during lunch and I was
It's a very nice.
How would you feel?
It's supposed to be stable.
okay.
And then so they are really good. Something. It's very nice. It's called Mateo.
So let's put what let's put carnivore.
It's already booked.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
We go. No, but how do we want to
academic.
on each one project. Because I already spoke a lot already about the coordination, the project management group, I just briefly give you a couple of information. So the work package 1 is called the project management and monitoring. And I will focus here especially on the monitoring. About the project management, I would like to underline again
that is mainly a very collective work, which is based on communication and feedback between work package leaders, project management group, coordination team. So we all work together, and it is important that the communication work. The work package leader for this work package is the Foundation for Religious Studies. It's only us because we are the main beneficiary. This is the coordination of the program. I said that I wanted to focus on the quality assessments and reports about the project. This morning I already explained that the project management group, together with the coordination team, are in charge of the assessment of the progress report of the different activities, of the quality, obviously, of our programs, and also of establishing a certain indicators that may help us to see whether the programs are progressing as we wish. All these indicators will be written down in a quality assurance plan, and this quality assurance plan is for us our guidelines. How should we be guided in our work? On the other hand, in the quality and assessment reports will be the content, mainly the feedback from the work package leaders. So the people who are really working inside the work package will tell us how it's going, what is needed to be changed, what we can improve, and so on. I go maybe quickly, you see them all offline, which are the quality indicators we were thinking of, but you are free, obviously, to propose different ones, because this is just our perspective. As you see, it's mainly numeric ones, most of them, because we have to meet some objective at the end. So there will be the number of lecturers and facilitators involved in the training online programs, the number of students who will be participating in the different virtual exchange activities, the number of countries of origin of the students, the number of new departments and new institutions that besides us are interested in joining these virtual exchanges, the number of new virtual exchanges programs we are succeeding to implement, the overall satisfactions expressed by the students, and the impact of the virtual exchanges on the students in terms of performance evaluation and the level of engagement by partners in the different activities. Now, it sounds complicated, but how do we assess all this? Those are indicators. How do we collect information for these indicators? Obviously, the number of students, we count them when they attend the courses. For the rest, we have foreseen, Francesco will talk more about that, some questionnaires. So questionnaires for the students and questionnaires for the teachers about the satisfaction, how the project is going. The other thing I want to underline that more or less 6 months, about 6 months after the start of this meeting, we would like to have from each of you, I mean, from each institution, a kind of informal report about how the work in your team is going. So really, did you have enough assistance from our side? Was too much work? So really to give us a feedback. And this report will be shared also with the others. And at the end, we'll go in the first progress report we have to present 1 year after the start of our project to the European Union. So I think now it's important that Francesco, Maria, I give the word to Maria, which is the most important part, the financial part of the project.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this presentation. Thank you for being connected. No? Okay, my name is Maria Parrella, and this is my first time in Africa. I'm extremely happy of being part of this project, of this great team, a special team for me. As I said before, I'm this morning for my presentation. I'm an accountant with a business-oriented background, an economic degree, and an MBA master. Also, EU certification in project management. I have worked for 20 years in a profit company. Yes, I'm feeling young, but I'm old. I experienced in a profit company in Italy, but since 2018, I have been working in VEREAD. In VEREAD, I'm charging for the international project, Resilience. Francesco talked before about resilience, very big research infrastructure in religious studies. And I'm in charge for the financial aspect, sustainability plan, and financial sustainability plan. In VEREAD, I'm into PUP1, in charge for the financial budget and reporting aspect. Furthermore, I support Ilaria and Francesco in management activities, because in VEREAD I'm working part-time. Just 3 days. Before getting to the heart of the discussion, I would like to thank all the present for the precious cooperation, because I need your support. I'm not good enough with words. I apologize, but I'm good. I hope I'm good with the numbers. I'm not a religious scholar, and I hope you will forgive me for this boring presentation.
But essential.
The purpose of this presentation is to provide an overview of the main financial issues that are to be considered by partners involved in VEREAD. I will try to be as clear as possible, even for those who are not directly involved in financial matters, but who have an interest in this topic. This task, I think, is fundamental and a great opportunity to prove that the international project, or humanistic study or religious studies in this case, are not lacking in financial area. Before analyzing in details the financial issues, a clarification on the main concept, I think, is fundamental to define